Let's go back. Can we go back to Dave Wilkerson?
Sure.
Because yesterday we didn't quite go through all of it. You started with one of the signs. Could you share that?
Well, I'm going to read a little bit of this page and a half that was really kind of like the entrance into the almost the lost prophecies of David Wilkerson.
Yes.
When I opened this book and I saw warning signs, the first warning I went over yesterday about the smaller Holocaust, and one of those smaller Holocausts was the burning of the oil fields, and it said there will be smaller Holocausts, and it literally said that the burning of the oil fields will be a warning of what's coming to America, and I believe that the first smaller Holocaust that came to America was the destruction of the World Trade Centers. There was 3 other warnings. And those 3 other warnings would be, of course, the coming destruction, a coming economic collapse, and then the last thing that he said is, when we are weak, our enemies will invade us. The last sentence that he said in this the warning signs is that the great Holocaust, the coming destruction of America, follows an economic collapse in America. The first of these 3 bigger things will be an economic collapse. And in fact, he went into detail about it. He says, soon, very soon, an economic nightmare will explode into reality. What frightful news it will be, O thou that dwellest upon many waters. Abundant in treasures thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. He was literally quoting Jeremiah 51:13. America is about to face a time of mass hysteria as banks close and financial institutions crumble and our economy spins totally out of control. And listen what he says over here. It says the chaos that is coming cannot be stopped by our government. In the past we've managed these chaos, these stops, and these market collapses.
Yes.
We've been able to manage them. We've been able to stop them from spinning out of control. David Wilkerson saw the future. And he saw a day was coming when things would spin out of control, and they're not going to be able to stop it. He says senators and congressmen will sit in stunned silence as they realize no one could stop the tailspin into chaos. Business, political leaders, economic leaders will be terrorized by its suddenness and its far-reaching effect. Something is coming, and it cannot be stopped. God brought this, basically resurrected this prophecy on the night of the first blood moons. And if this is the time where we're seeing the signs of his coming, and Jesus says, watch for the signs, I do not want you to be caught unaware. If this is that time where we're not to be caught unaware, then I think it's possible. I might be wrong, but why did God resurrect this message on the night of the first blood moon if it wasn't because this would start unfolding within the span of time of the 4 blood moons? And before the 4th blood moon is the end of the Shemitah cycle, we've got a track record, almost literally to the day and hour, of economic chaos hitting America on the ending of these cycles. September 13th is one of these cycles. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to take a wait-and-see attitude. You know what I mean? There's enough signs, even without the Shemitah year. Every market was dropping. And that's the scenario. This is a warning sign of what's going to happen when the domino event hits. When the domino event hits that causes a panic in the markets around the world, we'll literally see a tailspin.
Experts are saying, how could all the markets go down at once, all over the world? There's a connection somehow. We are in the time where one event, bam, and the whole
everything
world
changes.